I'm going to show you how to make a couple variations on an advanced cut. It's a really easy cut. The angle cut or the stir fry cut is good for the option of when you want to change your presentation or when you're making a stir fry and you want more surface area on your vegetable. So let me get my camera set up. I'm home by myself today. So let me get my camera set so that you can see my cutting board. I had already mise-en-placed my station. So my cutting board is locked down with a damp towel. Could have used a cutting mat. I have some a scrap bowl, a couple of towels. I have my knife and a washed vegetable here. So this particular cut is better on something that's long and skinny. The first thing I did is I topped and tailed. Top and tail is a term that is used to remove both ends of your item. So I'm going to get a hold of my knife here, pinching at the bolster, wrapping my fingers around, utilizing my claw for my guiding hand. I don't care if I'm back here or if I'm back here, I always utilize the claw for the guiding hand. I am left-handed, so that's why you always see the knife in my left hand, which is my dominant hand. So for a normal cut or slice, I use a push-pull or that rocking type of motion with my French chef's knife. So I pull back, and when I push forward, I make my slice, and my guiding hand kind of pushes my food. So for a normal slice, I go up and down, push and pull, and a normal celery slice is going to look like that. So we're going to be working on angles. Generally, to make a slice, I have a 90-degree angle, my knife to my food item, and also my knife to my cutting board. So for the first cut, I want to change that angle. For me, I slide my elbow out, and I also move my food up just a little bit more as well. So now, as my cutting edge goes down into my vegetable item, I've changed that angle at which I'm cutting. So I use the same motion, pull back, push forward, pull back, push forward. I make a couple of slices. Usually my first cut I discard. And now you can see my slices look a little different. So the angle cut increases the surface area. It changes the look of it. Now I have an angle cut on my celery. To get a good stir fry cut, which is going to be the most surface area, I want to change both of those angles. So I'm going to change that first angle just like I did for that cut. And now I also want to change this angle. So I'm going to utilize a pivot with my knife, and I'm going to continue to slice, but I'm going to slice away from me and pulled back at an angle. So angle, pivot, push forward. This is a cut, I haven't done it in a while. This is a cut that I don't do as fast as the others. I keep my eyes on my blade and make sure that I'm making them at the same depth. So if you look here at the stir fry cut, you can see that there's quite a bit more surface area on that piece of celery, and that's going to make that item cook differently than the thick piece of celery that was originally cut that doesn't contain as much surface area. So when you're doing a hot and fast cooking motion, or if you just want some nicer presentation, then that is an option. You can also, let me square back off. You can also do an angle cut and change that pivot angle that you did in the stir fry cut, but keep a 90-degree to your food item. So the first cut there is usually pretty ugly, but same thing, I'm cutting away from me. I'm cutting at a 90-degree angle to the food. And then that's going to give you just a slightly different variation on your original cut, but it doesn't give you the, comma shape that the first angle cut does. So you have two different angle cuts, you have a straight cut, and then you have a stir fry cut option. The best practice, the best thing to do with these, like when we're in the classroom, is either with celery or with a good straight carrot. So if you get a good straight carrot, square off one side for stability, and then you can utilize the angle, the pivots, and practice with that and see the different variations that you can get. So there you have it. Very easy advanced knife skill.